Hotcakes, where we make pancakes while talking about controversial murders. Today's case is the Hae Min Lee case.
Hae Min Lee was a student at Woodlawn High School, and she was brutally strangled to death on January 13th, 1999.
At the crime scene, there was some evidence that was found. A liquor bottle, Blockbuster video cases, soil samples, fiber samples that were like on and below the body, but it was tested for DNA and none of it really matched Adnan, which was the main suspect, and this guy brought up a lot of controversy.
Adnan was it her ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Hae Min Lee, what was she, 19?
18, I think.
18? They found her in like a shallow grave. What was it, like the forest?
Lincoln Park.
Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
Lincoln Park.
Sounds like you're saying Lincoln, but like
Yeah.
it's really difficult to say.
What's the mini pancake?
So Adnan is like, he's still in prison. He's like 40 as of the day that we're filming this. He's 40 years old and he's still in prison. I think he's like, I was reading about him. It says that he's like trying to like go back to court to get his like case overturned.
Yeah, he was
But
trying to get
he's
his
not
case
having much success.
He was trying to get his case overturned for something that we'll cover later.
Yeah.
Was the evidence in the case. But he was not successful.
Yeah, back to the DNA evidence though, like although it didn't really point to anyone instead of Adnan, like the fact that none of it connected him to the case definitely says something.
And as of March 2022, a judge has approved new DNA testing for the case, but the results have not been released as of right now.
So another suspect was, what's his name, Jay Wild?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
Okay.
Another piece of controversy surrounding the case, other than the lack of DNA evidence, is the it's the witness testimonies and how they were handled. Because they didn't take witness statements till like 6 months later.
And I mean, if you know anything about like remembering back to stuff you did 6 months ago, I'm sure not many people can actually remember that far back, at least not like super specifically. But Jay Wild, he testified for the prosecution side, and his testimony was like crucial to their case. Risha, do you want to talk about some of that stuff?
Risha's more into the Hotcakes side.
Yeah.
Can't really wanna.
Make a heart-shaped one.
Oh yeah, heart-shaped.
Okay.
Okay,
Is it good, Rishi?
It's really good.
We kind of need to talk about Jay and like how.
Okay, well basically, he was just basically one of Adnan's classmates, and they were also questioned for the case, but one of Adnan's classmates, Aisha McLean, provided an alibi for Adnan, putting him at the library on the day of the murder. So Adnan had a solid alibi at the time, but Jay, he did admit to burying the body.
I know, like come on.
So why was
he never charged
suspicious
him?
though?
I know.
So Jay Wild, in his interview with the police, mentioned or said that he number one heard that he would
Adnan was saying that he was like gonna kill.
he was gonna kill
Hae Min
him.
Lee. We don't know like the context that well, but like
Yeah.
Jay said that.
But then he also said that he helped bury the body.
Exactly.
I know.
And he was never like tried for any of that.
I mean, I think you can get charged with like being an accomplice.
Exactly.
No, that
Exactly.
is an
I mean, like
accomplishment.
come on, he didn't. Like that's a little. That's
This whole case is
suspicious,
just
you
like
know?
kind of suspicious.
These are really good.
Really good.
Are there any more done?
I'm excited.
Yeah, this one might be
But even though Jay had said that Adnan like said he was going to kill Hae, Aisha McLean, she said that Adnan was kind of like he was happy for Hae Min Lee, and he just wanted her to be happy, and he never seemed like he was going to kill her.
Yeah, that's
So-
what all of his last names said.
I know, but Aisha, she never actually like testified in court because she was encouraged not to for some reason. Don't know why, but she definitely should have testified because that would have been really good for the defense.
And then during the retrial, she sent a call to the prosecution that they played at the trial that said that she was wrong about the alibi and lied, which she didn't really have any
She
reason.
lied?
Yeah, she kept going back on her statements. Like one day she would say that.
And then
Adnan was there, and I'm next
during
to
her interview for Serial, she said that she didn't lie, and they actually did it. This is dumb.
Yeah. What else? Oh, yeah, Abraham Moronowitz. So he testified for the prosecution side, and he brought up cell phone records that pinned Adnan to the scene, based on like where the cell phone towers were, all of that stuff. It kind of put him near the scene of Lincoln Park where she was buried, and it was like around the time. But the thing is, those calls were incoming instead of outgoing, and on the like the call record thing, it was even listed that like incoming calls are not as trustworthy as outgoing. So like I don't even know what was up with that.
Thank you.
What else is there?
Sports are not it, guys. Don't get sports.
Despite that fact that it's not reliable,
Really good.
the the defense, they didn't bring up the fact that it's not reliable. So the jury just thought that it was, I mean, they assumed that they would.
Too much syrup. Put too much syrup.
But like there was a lot of controversy surrounding the case, honestly, and like the witnesses weren't as trustworthy as they were like kind of put out to be. But people questioned like whether Adnan even killed Hae, or it could be someone else.
Yeah, so they didn't really, from my understanding, they did not ask that many other people about their whereabouts or they just like questioned Adnan and they decided it was him.
It's like the case is like controversial because I feel like there was so much like more investigation they could have done with like other suspects.
Oh Jesus!
That's what happened.
Oh God. Sorry. I think that's a good time for that, right?
Yeah. So we'll be right back after this ad break. This is our ASMR segment. Here we go with the whipped
Come on,
So back to what we were saying.
Yeah, welcome back, guys.
Oh yeah, back to what we were saying before the ad. Like all of the controversy surrounding the case, like it made a lot of people question whether Adnan even did it, and like many people came up with their own theories about who actually killed her.
So now for our personal hot takes. My hot take is that her current boyfriend did it. He was, well, okay, first off, my first thing is that he was 22 and she was 18.
Yeah, that in itself,
Like, it's not illegal, but like, it should be.
Like they
That's
were
kinda
much older.
Like, it's not even like a huge age gap if they're both adults, but like, from high school to like being an actual functioning adult, that's such a huge
Was
gap.
he like? Yeah, no, that's crazy.
He worked at
That's
the Lens
crazy.
Crafter with her where she worked after schools.
Yeah, and if you look up pictures of him, what was his name again? It was like Don.
We're so bad at
Don
this.
some- Sorry, but like if you look up pictures of him, I mean not to judge, but like he looks like a serial killer.
And like,
So yeah,
they really should like investigate him more, cause like 22 and 18 already
So-
kind of sus.
My thing is that they never did investigate him because he gave them an alibi. But here's what's interesting. They didn't check his alibi.
yeah.
So now his alibi's been
Exactly.
called into question, and it might have like.
No.
His alibi's being questioned right now.
I got it all over my sleeve.
Yeah, personally, I think that Jay did it because, like, wasn't there a thing about a gift that he was, like, jealous about or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, he might not have been jealous about it, but that was one of the things that it could have been.
Can you flip that real quick?
Yeah. It could have been that he was jealous of, so Adnan said that he called him earlier that day to remind him to get a gift for his girlfriend because Adnan had already given Jay's girlfriend a gift for her birthday.
Yeah. And
He even let Jay borrow his car for it, which, and Jay said that he was borrowing the car to help bury the body.
yeah. But Jay, like, he also, I mean, he had connections with Adnan and Hae and all of that. And he testified against Adnan, which was a little weird and, oh my god, that was really loud. But like he testified against him and his story was a bit flawed and like not trustworthy at all. So like honestly, I definitely think he did it.
Yeah. That's my hot take, is that like Jay definitely involved. And then that her boyfriend did it.
Can you pass the thing?
I mean, okay, I was gonna say that I thought it was like Jay Wiles mainly did it, but like maybe Adnan was an accomplice. Because maybe just,
Yeah, those.
Yeah.
yeah, because like maybe Adnan could have helped him like know where Hae is at certain times or like just things about her and her family or whatever. But it wouldn't make sense for like Jay Wiles to be the anonymous phone call
Yeah.
that turned
definitely.
in Adnan.
Yeah,
but
to
maybe
frame
it's just
him.
because they weren't even getting close to Jay Wiles.
How did they not know who
They
it
didn't even
was?
question him. So
But,
why would
like-
he give the anonymous phone call that it was Adnan?
I don't know, maybe he just wanted to get rid of Adnan or something, I don't know.
Yeah, but like it just
Get rid of
doesn't
someone
make
who knows
sense.
what's happening.
Okay, guys. Quick break. Let's talk.
No, wait, one more thing. Sorry.
No. I
No,
wasn't gonna
it's-
do an ad break.
No, because, okay, also Jay, he had a history of, like he had some, like petty crimes in the past and stuff. So, he wasn't like doing super bad stuff or anything, but like he did deal drugs and like, I think he did some theft. And so like, you know, that could have escalated into, strangling someone to death.
It doesn't fit because it seems like no one really has the motive. Because, I mean, Jay could have been jealous about his girlfriend, but like that doesn't seem like enough to strangle.
Yeah, I don't
Pass the
know.
cream.
Okay, can we talk about the pancakes real quick? Like, guys,
These
give
are
a review.
pretty fluffy. Like they're actually pretty good.
Okay, so yeah, we used a
Yeah, courtesy
pancake
of-
mix, but this is pretty good.
They're very good.
Sabrina, what are your first thoughts
Sabrina's
about
like
it?
ripping that stuff apart. Like it doesn't even.
Oh my god.
I'm more interested in the syrup than the pancake itself.
Oh,
And
yes,
the
Sabrina.
strawberries are better
Um,
than anything else here.
Yeah, Sabrina never had pancakes before.
So this is my pancake review. Personally, I think that the strawberries are better and the pancakes are a little overrated, but it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Overrated.
Risha does
you're-
not think that they're.
You're overrated.
Personally, waffles are better than pancakes, and no one's gonna be able to ever.
I feel like they
about
would
that,
taste the same. I've never had a waffle either.
but waffles are just fluffier.
Oh, one more thing
I
about
feel
the
like you would
hotcakes though. There is a possibility that someone else did it. I think there were like 2 people
Yeah.
that they had killed other people and like just based on where they were and all of that, like
Oh yeah.
there is a
But then
small
how does
possibility.
Jay want to say
I feel like
he
that
knows
almost might
very
make more
body
sense to me
even
because
though-
they've already killed people. Like these, I get that they're like, I don't
Then
know, I
how-
can't see a
aren't they
high
in
school
prison if
student.
they've already killed
Yeah.
people?
Yeah, they got arrested and everything.
They're so like fluffy and cakey.
Oh my god, why are we still talking about the pancakes?
So that's the best part of the
Can I have the
podcast.
raz?
The Raz.
The raz. The razes.
And the cream.
Berries and cream.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, so okay, so
smile.
yeah, I think our time is almost up. So Before we go, I want to pose a question to all of you listeners. Who do you think killed Hae?
Was it Adnan Syed, her possessive boyfriend, who set out for revenge after their breakup?
Was it Jay Wild, her ex-boyfriend's best friend?
Or her current boyfriend?
Yeah, or was it some
Or was it someone else?
or
Like,
was it some other killer that got arrested for other crimes or is still out on the run today?
yeah, her killer could low-key still be out there.
Yeah, true.
If you're watching this and you killed her, like, just tell me.
Yeah,
Like, at least tell
You know, get in
us. Like, we don't have
contact
any
with us.
authority. Just tell
Until
us.
next time, this was Hot Takes with Hotcakes. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Oh, and if you want to find additional resources about this, the Serial podcast, that they did a season on
Smash that like button.
Yeah, the Serial podcast though, like it's
It's
very
really good.
Give
They
it
did a
listen.
good job.
And there's like a documentary on like HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, see you
Yeah,
guys.
smash that like
Bye.
button, subscribe.